Hello, hello. How is everyone today, tonight, whenever the hell you're watching this? It's been interesting. Let's just say it like that. So, but yeah, a lot is about to happen. I'm going to do my best to talk y'all through everything I'm doing. This video would have been an hour 45 easy, but I've done a lot of the prep work already. So I'll show you what I have here in this pan. It's just about a pound of Granny Smith apples. They're in a little bit of water, some cognac, lemon juice, and sugar, and a touch of salt. You don't want a whole lot of salt, just to bring out the flavors. This, just butter, but it's gonna be more stuff. Shallot and garlic, and shallots for the sauce at the end. So, get this melted, put the shallots and garlic in. Okay, in this bowl, I have salt, pepper, grated Parmesan, goat cheese blend, some chives. I need to chop up some tarragon and put in here too. And some of the shredded Gruyere that we used the other day for the mac and cheese. Because I bought two things, only if I can use one of them. So I figured I'd go like a super cheesy route with this mac and cheese. Shallot and garlic in. Salt, pepper. These are going to cook off and then they're going to be added to my mix right here, which I am right now putting in ricotta. Just being an asshole. Hey, Becca. This here is 15 ounces of ricotta, so almost a pound. I'm going to put in most of it, like about 2/3. Okay. That's in there. Going to crack in an egg. Help hold stuff together. Okay. I have turned this down. I have already taken all the meat out of my lobster tails. I had 3 left. This is how much meat I have. Hey, Jonathan. So, these were steamed. It is better if you're going to do the lobster ravioli, since they're going to have to cook in the salted water for a couple minutes, to use lobster that isn't all the way cooked yet, because you are going to be able to cook it again, or finish cooking it basically. So, but unless you just buy like a lobster tail, you're doing it yourself, like from a whole lobster, it's interesting, because you basically take the knife, put it right top of the head, straight down and down, straight down and back. This kills the lobster instantly, because if you don't, then apparently the lobster can do something inside the shell which renders all the meat useless. Okay. Yeah, these are cooking over a medium low heat. Just want a touch of color, not a lot, just a little bit, just enough to know it's there. And that butter's going to get added to that. This is trash. You shush. Turn this down a little bit more. trash out of the way. Okay, I need the roller. Excuse me, dog. Okay. This is my KitchenAid. I'm going to be using it to roll out the pasta simply because it rolls better. I have a ruler over here. Stir, stir, stir. Yeah, these are done.
Already.
Thank you. You're smelling garlic and shallots.
Yeah.
Said plate it up?
Yeah.
Okay. Come get it. Joshua's dinner is ready. Okay. I'm trying now to get as many shallots and as much garlic out as I can while leaving as much oil as I possibly can in the thing. Don't really want a lot of oily, don't want like an oily filling. So I got most of it. That out of the way. Let's turn our apples again. Now a lot of moisture's already come out of these apples because I added the lemon juice and just a little bit of salt to it, and the sugar, of course. This is called macerating. Just put them in here, mix them up every hour or half hour for like an hour or two, and you're good. Works amazing with berries. So let me give this counter a quick wipe. Okay. Now let me give it a quick dry. Let's get a sheet for our pasta. Get this out of the way. Okay. Now, I made this earlier. I made it about, what, 5:30, Fed?
Something like that.
Giving it plenty of time to set. This is 2 eggs and 200 grams of flour, a touch of salt, splash of oil, then just enough water to make it come together. You don't need to push it and have it push everything back on you. That means the gluten has relaxed enough because you need to work this for about 10 minutes, and that actually creates the gluten. So you want to piss it off and then let it chill, essentially. I'm right there. If you do not have a mixer like this, you can, of course, roll it out with a rolling pin of some flour, like all of you seen me do 114 times. Or if you haven't seen it, just go to the video called, what was that pasta called, babe? That pinwheel pasta thing. You remember? Scovenia or something?
I don't know. I don't remember. It was a while ago.
It was good. Yeah, 2020's been a fucking bitch. But attach this, turn it on the absolute lowest setting. I can sprinkle just a little bit right there. Put your dough through.
Hello.
I gotta do this again because I don't have it set at the right setting. That's my fault. Yeah, you can't do that. Okay. Knob here, set it to 1. Let's push this back together. Okay. So at this point, the 1 is the biggest setting. If here's a 0, do 0. We'll run it through twice. Now fold it like a book. Run it through again. Again. Fold it one more time just to get it, you know, because you want it to be as even as possible. None of those like fun, huge edges overlapping and points like that. You want it to be kind of flat on both sides. So. Okay. Now move it to, or the next setting. What this is doing is it's very gently making it thinner and thinner, of course. This is like the absolute worst because it's so hands-on. There's not a damn thing I can do other than this. So keeping an eye on that. You're gonna do this. Mine goes up to 8. Personally, I don't like when it's super thin. This is again a preference. I go to 7. I do not go all the way to 8. Again, preference. Because I like my pasta to have like some, you know, oomph to it. Notice I'm running it through twice each time. Flouring as needed. Best thing to do is load it in like that and then catch it with the back of your hands. Don't ever grab it with your fingers or anything, because then you can very easily rip through the dough. It's quite delicate, but it does rest very easily and beautifully on the back of your hand, just like that. If you have like lasagna sheets, you can partially cook them, dry them off, then use them to make ravioli. It will not be the same, and you'll have a kind of a hard time actually getting them closed, but yeah. This is the best way. It is time consuming. I know, but this is the best way. I'm at 6 right now, and I can just start to see my fingers through the pasta, not just the indentations. I can actually see like the outlines and the color of my skin through the pasta. So, yeah, I think I'm going to stop right here. Let me get all this extra flour on my counter for a reason. If I can just roll it all. Okay. There. One's done. We'll do a second one. Back to 0 or back to 1. Same as before, y'all. Real simple. If you feel you need to add more flour to this part or whatever, by all means go for it. You'll notice a lot of little air bubbles that were in your pasta are being popped. It's kind of cool. Fold. Load it in. This stage, you can easily grab it with your fingers. It's not really going to make much of a difference. I like to keep the back of the hand thing just as a good, sign of practice. One more book fold, and this one should be good to go. You're also developing the gluten a little bit more by doing this. I can see several little air bubbles in there, and that's totally fine. They're going to be gone. That's not something I have ever concerned myself with. Because if you actually watch in the center of the roller, so you can actually watch them being popped, and it's kind of cool. If you listen, you can hear it too, but the machine is kind of loud. And once you start making the pasta sheets like this, you can cut this into anything, like real rough spaghetti, tagliatelle, pappardelle, or just lasagna sheets. Like I can make that into lasagna sheets crazy easy. This is starting to attempt to stick to my hand, so a little flour. You don't really want to put it through the machine with a lot of flour on it, but you want to be able to just knock it off, but you want to make sure it's not sticking to anything. Again, 100 grams of flour. It's about 3/4 of a cup. 1 egg. They're weighed pretty much the same thing. Because it's done by weight, it's not done by volume. Pinch of salt, a little quick drizzle of oil, like half a teaspoon. Then if it does not come together, that's when you add the water to it. Because it will normally come together on its own. I've made it a handful of times where it did and a handful of times where it didn't. So 5, 6. I will say this, do not attempt to jump the gun with this. Don't go from like 5 to 7 because you're being impatient. You definitely don't start on the lowest setting. On the higher, on one of the smaller settings like 6 or 7, because your pasta, the gluten in your pasta is not ready. It has to be coerced into this shape, into the nice smooth lines. If you do it too fast, it will rip the hell out of your dough. If you saw when I first put it through, I had it on the wrong setting by accident, and I had holes in it. That's why. Because you've got to condense the dough. It'll do it. It doesn't take a whole lot of condensing. It just takes a little bit of time. Flour on here. Now I'm on 7. Not going to do 7 for this one. Make sure this is well floured when you put it back over here. Yeah, this is going to be longer than an hour, y'all. Actually, yeah. I'm going to deal with those in a bit. Let me... I'll do those afterwards, just so I can get back over here for y'all. Somebody said, hey, I can't see who it is. Who is that? Oh, hey, Hoover. Hey, Indy. Hey, Jimmy.
Hey, Link. What's up?
Ain't nobody talking to Google right now.
Saying that again in a different way? I don't understand.
Stop.
Okay. Let me know if you need anything.
Nosy bitch. Jesus. Big Brother's always listening, y'all. These are going very well. They're super bubbly because of all the starch and everything that's in the apple, and the alcohol in it's cooking out I can smell it. Oh, it smells so good. Okay. Let's get this big. Okay, cool. Is everything in here? Yes. Okay.
These are going very well.
Oh, you shush.
They're super bubbly because of all the everything that's in the apple, and the alcohol is cooking out.
Blah, 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 blah.
Smell
Shut
it.
up.
Oh, it smells so good.
Oh, my computer's being an asshole.
Let's get this big. Okay, cool. Is everything in here? Yeah.
Okay. Oh, thank God. There's going to be a little bit of overlap, y'all, and I'm sorry. But, okay. Okay. These are cooked. They're all nice and soft. So now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to drain off these apples. I use Granny Smiths because they're great cooking apples. And I love it, love it, love it. Let's give that a few minutes. I've got plenty of time. Okay. Egg, salt, Parmesan, chives, scallions, garlic, ricotta, lobster, pepper. Need a bigger bowl. I need to get some bigger bowls, babe.
Okay.
Go to Bed Bath & Beyond, see what they got going on over there. Just because this is getting complicated to mix. There we go. There it is. Didn't add a whole lot of salt to this because, again, I'm going to salt this, so I'm not too worried about it. Okay. And lemon zest, yeah. Fuck, that's good. Yum. Okay. All right. You stay there. Oh my God, this place is a mess. Okay. All right. We'll do enough for us for dinner for tonight. Right now, you get more out of my way. Excuse me. Okay. You need you a little bowl. Put some water in it. The water is going to act like your glue that holds everything together. So, Jesus Christ. Ugh. So much flour. So much flour. Okay. Brush as much off of this side of the dough as you can. But this is going to be the closed inside. I'm going to need a fork, actually. This fork will get this off better. I tried this. I don't think it needs any salt. Honestly, I think it's perfect. So, not worried about it. That's good. Okay. Now, depending on the size you want to make the ravioli, depending on the size of how much filling you're going to use, essentially. I'm going to put this in here. About, say, a big tablespoon, about an inch from the edge. Pretty much in the center. That's too much. You want to just repeat the process all the way down. A lot of extra filling here. One of the reasons I didn't use all the ricotta. Okay, got enough for 6 beautiful ravioli here. One thing you can do, take your other sheet, like some water on here, lay the other sheet on top, plop, 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 close everything off, you're good. But you lose pasta that way. So what we're going to do is just fold it over. Oh, holy, fucking forgot the water. Jesus. You know, it's been a long day. But I make these mistakes, so you don't have to. Just use your fingers around there. A little bit in between, because we're going to seal off the in between as well. Very, you know, Stranger Things. So I'm sure Mr. Netflix doesn't need me to promote that fucking show. Oh my god, it's so good. Okay. Alright. Now I'm pressing these down, sealing them against the side here. So this whole edge that's not next to me, I'm sealing as best I can. I'm nowhere near done sealing, don't worry. A little bit of semolina flour. Different kind of flour. Also used to make pasta, but the semolina flour, you don't add egg to it. If you ever had like pasta from a store, it's semolina pasta. Because it's the most common one. If you look in the ingredients, you'll see like durum wheat, semolina. Yeah. So okay. At this point, go in all around the ravioli and seal everything around it. Just use your hands. You can make a little cupping motion like this, but you want to make sure you get as little air as possible. You want to push all the air out. Air is the enemy. Did I say lasagna? Yeah, ravioli. So you're bound to get a little bit here and there. It's not the end of the world, but yeah. Again, an amazing channel I suggest y'all watch on YouTube is Pasta Grannies. This British woman decided she didn't want all of the knowledge from all the Italian nonnas going to waste. So what she did was make a channel for everyone, and she just interviewing these nonnas and recording them. So off that edge, off this edge, off that edge. I'm using my pizza cutter because it's on my counter. Then, as just a little safety precaution, I get a fork and go around, 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 just to make sure everything's nice and sealed. Now, you can use regular flour on your plate instead of semolina. Just make sure you knock it off as best you can, because it does. When it mixes in with the water, it actually will start to foam and boil and bubble over, and it's not pretty, it doesn't taste good. Semolina doesn't do that. air bubble in here. And that's in there for life now. Oh well. Yeah, take your time, make sure everything's nice and sealed. And ravioli made from scratch. So, do this one more time. Don't be a dick. I don't think I floured my dough well enough. Just trying to stick to each other. Come on. Just be a little patient with it. It's kind of humid in here too. Humidity in the room does make a difference. Come on. Just do it real gently, y'all. If this does happen, just do it real gentle. Should be able to get it. Almost. Don't yank, don't yank it. Just pull real slow. Make sure when the camera's off, you strike your husband. He's over there saying, "Easy, baby, easy, baby."
I'm helping.
You're not helping.
I assure you.
Not once in your life have you ever helped. Okay, round two. Again, same thing. Probably gonna put this in the fridge. The rest is filling tonight. And make a bunch more ravioli tomorrow, just so I'll have it. And I have to save some for, I'm gonna freeze some and give it to Erin.
Like, subscribe, and join our Patreon, and you too can get some leftovers.
Shut up. You won't let me set up a Patreon. I think I can get one more on here if I just move these over just a scotch. Yeah, there we go. Okay. You have 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I got 8 on that one. So. Hey Jamie, hey Caroline. Okay. Now. You know I cut myself last night on bread? Fucking fascinating. You come closer to me. Okay. That's all done. Let's see if this one closes, because this is in a really thin part of the pasta. It might try to be in this. But this is actually thinner too. I think I rolled that to a different setting on the machine. Whatever. Okay. use the bottom of my shirt right there to dry some of that up. That's a little bit too wet. Okay. This one's going to have a different shape than the rest of them. But just because it looks a little bit different doesn't mean we don't like it just the same. Gotta pinch the shit out of this thing, make sure it's closed. So I'm not going to do the fork thing on this one. Here, lay that flour, dry the fuck out some. Okay, here we go. You take your finger and like roll it over. Oh my god. Oh, look at that. Another air bubble. But if you can, if you see one that's like really going to cause you a problem, just pop it and press the, like push it to the side, pop it and press the dough in. Make sure we can, you know, have plenty of space. Because air is the enemy. Air will expand in the cooking pot, and air will fuck your pasta up. It will cause it to explode, which if it explodes, oh well, moving on. That means you didn't seal it correctly. It's not a big deal. It's still 100% edible. Just eat it and learn. Because now you know for next time, okay, I didn't do a great job sealing those. Next time I do it, I'll focus a little more on sealing. That's all she wrote. It's really easy. And it's just learning from your mistakes. Again, 100% still fucking edible. You might lose some of the filling and have like a flat ass ravioli. And if you do, that's cool. No big deal. Sufficient. There's no air in these, or at least no air that's going to affect me. I do have a ravioli stamp, actually, that I love, but I never really use because it's so small. This is a very, very time-consuming process. Just giving these a couple of extra pinches, just to be on the safe side. I have an odd feeling about that one. Okay. A lot of air trying to be in this batch. Damn. If you want to just crimp them by hand, you can do that too. Can't even find a seam on this one. Cool. There's a lot of air in here. Hold on, y'all. I just see right there? That's all air because it's moving around. So, what I'm going to do, to the very forefront, a tiny little hole that I'm going to let it make itself. because that shows me that there's a really weak spot in my pasta that air's going to get through and this water can get through. So I let it do its own thing. Then I take it over and I reseal it. But yeah, lobster ravioli. Really simple. Now, we've got all of our liquid here left over from the apples. Get that going. Yummy. Needs a little more sugar. Okay. Big bowl. Damn it. We use this one, I can make it work, I guess. Oh. Okay. We got our milk. We're going to start on the German pancake. Get that in the oven, and then we'll focus on everything else. Now, this is going in the oven. It is a baked item. I want you all to notice that I'm not preheating my oven. I'm not a forgetful bitch. I'm intentionally not doing it. Again, this recipe is from America's Test Kitchen. My computer wants to die. So, just do the iPad. This thing is like fucking 4 years old, so. There we go. The rest of it is from the jollof rice. Okay. Wants to open this, open that. Stir. We'll make sure the sugar gets nice and melted. Oh, the eggs open. I need either 6 or 8 eggs. I really can't remember. I have 8 in here.
National security is the federal government's first response.
Oh, look. It's an ad.
A German pancake, also known as a Dutch baby or a Bismarck, has very little in common with a traditional.
Okay, so you're not going to just... Why? Okay. What? There we go. Now I'm going to let this cook itself down into a very light caramel, which I'm then going to hit with some milk. Okay, where? Like, load. And I had the thing, everything on my phone, but I'm using my phone to record right now. So, oh well. Bits of pasta that are never going to get used. Here we go. 1 3/4 cup flour. 3/4 of a cup. 1.5 cup milk and 3 tablespoons butter, 6 large eggs. Okay. So let's do this. I need another bowl. This is why I fuck the kitchen up so much. Oh god. Okay. 1.5. Yeah. This is some lemon zest I had from earlier. I was saving. I zested a lemon for this. I'm going to now get my whisk. 6 eggs. Always crack your shell on your eggs with a good firm hit on a flat surface. Do not do it on the side of your bowl or anything, because that pushes shell up into the egg and you can get, there's a better chance of getting shell in your food. Again, I've had this before. I thoroughly enjoy it. This is a little bit of a different version simply because they are doing it to increase the eggy custardness on the bottom of the Dutch Baby, which is something that a lot of people don't do. I love that custard bit. Joshua loves that custard bit. So those are all nice and mixed in. Get a bit of my Mexican vanilla. Got when we were in Mexico. Nutmeg. And just a touch of sugar in here. Love how I'm baking and still not really measuring shit. I don't think I add any baking powder or anything to this. I think this is just it. Salt, lemon, sugar. Yeah, okay, cool, yeah. Turn that down. That's starting to get high, which means the water's gone, or the water's leaving in faster, and the, whatchamacallit, the alcohol's out. So they showed a trick on America's Test Kitchen. They say mix together about 2/3 of your batter. This way you can really get in there. You can get any lumps out, kind of thing. I'm using the fork for right now so I can get to the bottom and stuff. Like a regular pancake batter, you don't really want to over mix this, but it is way more forgiving than a regular pancake batter. So you know, take the big pockets of flour out of there. whisk now. I feel like this bowl's more stable, and I don't know why I feel that way, but I do, so I'm switching. Yeah, I don't know why I felt like that, but I have to like actually spend the money on some good bowls, like some big ones. Like I don't want to, but I'm gonna have to. Like some good stainless steel ones, you know. There we go. This batter's all mixed up now. There we go. Okay. Get my filling hell out of the way. Where is it? There you are. Come here, you. Gonna hit our caramel with some cinnamon. Now it's important that when you're making caramel, even something like this, try your best to not stir it. You can mix it around like that, like move the whole pan around, but try your best to not actually stir the whole thing. Just because you can form sugar crystals on your spatula or your spoon or whatever, and they will not recrystallize. So, well, they will crystallize and won't go back to what you want them to do. Just melt the butter. You can swirl it around right here, which is what you want. That works out fine. And this is actually on a pretty low heat and it's still getting up kind of high. So I'm thinking it's about actually done. Tablespoons of butter. Yeah, this is where I want it. Some butter in there. The butter's going to bring the heat down, but it's also going to melt and kind of like emulsify to make it like super, super creamy. Notice, my oven still is not on. You set the oven to 375, set the timer for about 35 minutes or so. Show you all the picture. This as soon as it comes out. But you want to make sure you get it all nice. Might even do a little video of this thing coming out. Get the butter melted, melted, melted. I'm making way more of this than I need, because I can't do anything fucking small or simple. Everybody knows me. It's like, can you make pizza tonight? Sure, pizza for 14 people. Let's do this. Well, it's just us. We have pizza for 14 people now. Where is my... This is going to be a problem. So, I'm taking that out right now. heat. Just get the whisk out of there. Looks weird, but this is what they said to do. Now, theirs rose up about 8 or 9 inches. So that's why I took that rack out, just on the safe side. That is in there. Preheat oven to 375. Okay. Hey Google, set a timer for 30 minutes.
30 minutes. And that's starting now.
Just a splash of milk to calm it down. This is not the caramel or apple recipe or whatever they used. I'm going really off book here, but I like it. So this nice boil again. Cream would be better, but you work with what you got. Apples back to that. And we give it a good stir. Let this come to a boil. Then we take it off the heat and set it in the back. What are we tasting like? That's amazing. Okay. Now, but wait, there's more. Jesus. Now we need to do the sauce for the ravioli and actually boil the ravioli. So, put some more butter in the pan. Put some shallots, ones we cut earlier. Got plenty of garlic in there already. Turn that on. Actually, this would be a much better pan for this. And I'll use this one to boil. Go. You're off the heat now. You're back on. Where are you? It's the tarragon. This is starting to go bad. So while that's melting, I'll pick off some of the leaves that are still good to use. Your water, you want very salty. This does happen sometimes. You know, I could have made a compound butter out of it, but I'm never going to actually use it again, more than likely. So I didn't bother. Any of that, turn that down. I don't really want a lot of color on these. Just want them translucent. No, I didn't. Okay. Well, did I solve this? I did not. Figure we'll do this with a nice salad tonight. Half that lemon, the apple earlier. We might as well use it. All of our tarragon leaves, toss those in there. Kill the heat. And now, same with the caramel, we start putting in our butter. I'm going to do this as kind of like an emulsion. So I'm going to chop up my butter real fast. That was real fucking southern. Where the hell did that come from? Watched the Dolly Parton interview earlier, y'all. Forgive me. Using the residual, using the heat from the pan to kind of sort of melt it, kind of sort of creamy it, make it nice and creamy. Now, quick trick. You're going to get it nice and creamy by mixing the butter in this off the heat. If you are to lose your creaminess and it starts to split, that is simply on a molecular level, the oil molecules have nothing to hold on to anymore because oil can't hold on to itself for a good creamy emulsion. What it needs is water. Take you for a pan like this, about half a teaspoon, or about a teaspoon of water, mix it in just like this, and mix until it's creamy again. It will get creamy again. I learned that from watching Bon Appetit. We'll toss the rest of that tarragon. This water taking me fucking longer to boil? Jesus. Ugh. Everything's covered in butter. Jesus. Okay. That's yummy. Yeah, real simple. Real yummy. While I'm waiting for the fucking water to boil, still, I'm gonna clean up. I'm not the cleanest fucking person in the world, but this is driving me crazy. Okay. Come on. Almost there. Almost there, y'all. Yeah, I'm just loading the dishwasher at this point. Well, I was. It's loaded. Oven's preheated. That don't mean dick to us, but what we're doing. Is there a thing in there? No. Okay. Okay. Stir. Okay, I'm getting some water bubbling action over here. Here, try. Go back there. Chives. Go there. You. Go there. You. There. Trash. Okay, is the garlic fine? Okay, yes, it's finally fucking boiling. Jesus Christ. Okay. Now. Make your ravioli in. Because it's fresh pasta, it's only going to need a couple of minutes. Basically start like a 2-minute timer once it starts to boil again. I feel like 6 of those are gonna open. Like I can almost fucking feel it in my soul. Yeah, this sauce is already broken. But it's fine. It's totally fine. Just mix. Maybe add a little bit of lemon juice to it. It tastes actually pretty good. Hey, boil, god damn it. Is that? Okay, those are just bubbles. I thought like the filling was already coming out the sides. I'm like, Jesus Christ. It's been 6 seconds, y'all. Come on, give me something here. I should deliver, but my delivery fee is like $1,000, Jamie. So, you know. And you know, the whole COVID thing. Let's try these apples. Oh my god, so good. Okay, come on. This is the same damn burner the other day that would not turn off. Right? I made al dente ass rice because the burner would not turn down. Now it won't turn up. So this is 100% split. But I'm not gonna show y'all. You can see it. You can't really see it. That's fine. So just the fat separated. Yeah. We're gonna put some heat under it in just a minute. Like and actually start doing that now since these are about done. I'm going to scoop these into here. There's water in the lemon juice and the citric acid. Helps the emulsification process just a scotch. This acid's always a good thing. Then you have all the pasta water in there too. Because I want these to absorb some of this sauce. So, since I am cooking them that way, it's back to a boil. It's coming off. I can't use that. Terrifying to use that thing. Okay. Here we go. One at a time. I didn't want to use the other one because, like, it's wire. I feel like it's going to break everything. Okay. Can I just say, like, literally right this minute that not a single one of these open? And I don't care how many times you've been doing ravioli. I've watched pasta graddies where I've got owners that have been making pasta for 80-something years. Make ravioli and still have one or two pop open, and they say it's fine, just eat it. And I'm like, girl, hand me a fork. I'll eat that busted ass ravioli in a heartbeat. Now it's open, you little bitch. There's nothing in the water though. So, hey Google, how long on the timer?
T-minus 13 minutes and 35 seconds.
What's it doing? Let's see what it looks like. Nothing. Looks like not a damn thing's happening. Okay? Alright. Yep. Just giving these a good toss around. Best way to get all that through there. And get our plates. I'm plating, by the way. Yeah, sorry for the absolute zero warning. Kill this. Lobster and shallot ravioli. I'm having to stop myself every single time from saying sorted. Like, I really, really want to say it, but that's not my brand. But I love it.
It wouldn't make sense either in any fucking way.
No, it wouldn't.
And you don't have a brand.
Yes, it is. Yes, I do. Here is the lobster ravioli. The salad's going to go on the other side of the plate. So, but yeah, that's not doing a goddamn thing. So, but we're going to have to come back because I've already been on this thing for an hour and 15 minutes at this point. And yeah, I'm hungry. So, I will see y'all later. I will, of course, post a picture and maybe a video of me pulling it out, kind of thing, just to see, so y'all see what it looks like. Because they do deflate rather quickly. Like within 30 seconds, they start deflating. But, yeah. Thank y'all. See y'all in a bit.